Hey there, aspiring guitarist. Today I'm going to talk about guitar strings, where to buy them. I'm not going to talk about what to buy. I encourage you to talk with others. Go to Diadiero. They actually have a string finder um, that will help you by answering some questions, uh, figure out what to try and what to start with if you don't already know what you like. But this is kind of a misnomer when I say where to buy your strings, because I'm going to tie this to something else. There and I have a lot of strings. I have a lot of guitars. I don't like to run out of strings. Um, but and sometimes I give strings away uh, to friends. So, but where is, in my view, the best place to buy strings? And what I'm fixing to tell you doesn't necessarily mean discount a good set of strings that can only be bought in one place or something. This will make sense. Just hang with me. It's going to be a brief video, unlike some of my longer ones. Um, Buy strings at brick and mortar guitar places. I don't care if it's a mom and pop. I don't care if it's Guitar Center. That's a brick and mortar. Buy your strings, especially when you go into these places and you don't buy a guitar. And double, especially if you go into these places like so many do. It happens. Many of us have done it. You go in, you play a guitar, and then you turn around and buy it from an online dealer and not buy it from the guitar store you're in. Buy your strings from mom and pops and local dealers. Um, well, I just can't buy that many strings. Okay, well, buy some picks or a slide or a tuner. Buy something. I'm serious. Buy something. I don't care if it's a polishing cloth. If you spend 2 hours in a guitar store, consider. That's the key word, consider. I don't have a right to tell you to do anything. I've said that many times in our video. It's your guitar journey. Do what you need. But I really wish you would give some consideration to the fact that um, sometimes local mom and pops, along with online, are asked to cut prices, negotiate. Um, they're constantly, their margin is constantly getting whittled away at. Um, as a previous business owner for over 3 decades myself, every business has a bottom line, and you don't have to be concerned about that. You don't. You're under no obligation. But if you want them to be around, buy some strings. Buy a guitar, but at the very least, buy some strings. There's a vintage shop here. There's more than one that I won't. I won't call the names because there's more than one here in Birmingham. That I go in sometimes just to play some of the older, beautiful vintage guitars, and I've bought more than one guitar from them. But when I go spend an hour or two in there, I always try to at least buy some strings. So consider buying some strings. It's or pick or a capo or a music book or a polishing cloth. Let's keep let's keep brick and mortar stores in business. Uh, you got a grandchild or a niece or nephew that's starting to take an interest in guitar, buy them a set of lessons at Guitar Center. Um, I realize that opens up a whole nother, you know, debate and video about, well, is that going to help them or hurt them or what? But I mean, get getting the experience that we get to go in and sit down and touch these guitars and play them and see how it speaks to us. I know people that they won't even consider this. That it's not in their bones. They 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 will always be the who do it. They will always drive for the lowest bargain. If you offer somebody something for a penny, they're going to try to get it free. They can't. It's the way they are. I don't know if they watch their parents do it. I don't know if they feel entitled. I know I'm making them look like they're bad people, and they're not. You don't. The way you negotiate your transaction and sales, as long as you're not holding a weapon to somebody and trying to get something for free, is totally up to you. Now, where it crosses the line of ethics, fair play, thinking ahead, wanting a place to be around later, that's a whole nother ball game. But I'm asking you to consider, if you would, when you go in a guitar store, if you don't buy something, buy something. Just try to buy something. I don't want the brick and mortar guitar stores to go away. I don't. I can't say it enough. I know it's their problem. I know they've got to get more competitive. I know they've got to figure out. I mean, like I said, I've run multiple different types of service, newspaper, computer businesses for 3 decades. And I woke up and went to sleep many times trying to figure out how to make more money to give my employees a raise and provide the best value for my customers. And in some businesses, I had to throw in the towel. I couldn't do it. And just a little bit of somebody buying something small might have kept me going until I could got weathered a storm or something like that. You're not obligated. You are not obligated. Um, but it is something I wish you would think about. Try to keep these stores open because um, you're getting to enjoy the experience of touching and play a guitar. So I hope your guitar journey is a blessed one. I hope you help others have a blessed one, including proprietors and mom and pops and all the employees of brick and mortar stores and things like that. I'm not discrediting online sales and employees and the great work that some of the ones that work real hard to get your business do. I'm just saying that the brick and mortar also feeds in to the online. So give it some thought if you would. I hope you have a blessed guitar journey, and like I always say, and I mean it, happy picking.